Hi everybody, welcome back to another Bible verse video. Today we're going to be talking about Bible verses about love. I have the little chart, well not really a chart, I looked up Bible verses about love on Google, and here's the website that brings some of them. So obviously, love is when you are very kind to someone. Now what love are we talking about? Romantic or brotherly love? Just love in general, I guess. We'll just talk about that. Here's one. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 14. Let all that you do be done in love. Now, you don't have to love them romantically, obviously. I don't mean like that. Just love like a brother or sister. Like that. Even if you don't really like them, you should do it in a kind, friendly way on what you're doing. You shouldn't do it for your own selfish acts. You shouldn't do it for, just to make yourself look good, which is basically selfish acts. You should do it to show you actually care for the person. Even if you don't really like that person, you can't really tolerate that person either, you should at least still be nice. Because the way you treat other people will sometimes impact on how they treat you. So you should treat others nicely. Here, Colossians chapter 3, verse 14. And above all these put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Obviously not perfect harmony, not everything always goes well with love. It's just saying that if you want things to be in good harmony, the best way to approach it is through a loving way. Because, if you approach it through a selfish way, bad things will tend to happen. But if you approach it in a loving, kind way, then bad things are less likely to happen, and things are less likely to go downhill. John chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. Now, that's not saying that, you must die for your friends. That's not saying that. That verse is just saying, hey, if you were to lay down your life for a friend, put your own hobbies aside to help them with work, or help them go through hard things, take time out of your day to help somebody. That's also a good thing. Or risk your life for their life. That is also a good example of love. Be willing to take time out of your day, or be willing to risk your own life or risk something else for somebody else, for your friend's favor. That's a good example. Just be a bit careful who you do it to, because some people will take advantage of it, and for bad reasons. If it's if you're helping somebody do a bad thing, like steal or lie, you should convince them to do otherwise. You could convince them to tell the truth, and convince them not to steal. If it's to help somebody do something bad, don't do that. But if it's to help them do the right thing, then yeah, you should do that. Yes, convince others to do the right thing, because that's real love. Because if you help them to do the bad thing, then you're basically encouraging them to do bad behavior, which is not a very good way to show love to somebody. Because if you really love somebody, you want them not to do the bad things. You want them to do what's right. 1 Peter 4, verse 8, above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Now, obviously, that's not saying, as long as you love, all sins will be covered, and then, you can simply forget it. Just showing love can help people, okay, you may have done these bad things because of, how kind you're being and the kindness you're showing. I'll try not to, be too harsh. Actually, hold up. I have a Bible that, have a Bible here the MacArthur Study Bible. I highly recommend it. It has notes on all the verses in here, well, basically all of them, and it can help you understand verses better. In fact, let me look up that verse just to make sure I'm getting it right. The other verses are obvious, but this one I want to be sure. So 1 Peter 4 verse 8. Love covers a multitude of sins. It's quoted from Proverbs 10 verse 12. It is the nature of true spiritual love, whether from God to human or Christian to Christian, to cover sins. Does not preclude the discipline of sinning. Okay, so that verse actually ties back into forgiveness. Because if you truly love the person, want to show love, then you'll forgive them of what they've done. So that verse ties back to forgiveness. Here, let's try looking for one more. Here, John chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. It's not technically saying that, love for others, but love for God. If you truly love God, truly want to follow him, you will live by what he says. You will obey his commandments and obey what he says. So yeah, I just grabbed the trivia the wrong way. Oops. So yeah, it's pretty much all. Well, those are some good verses. That's all I'm going to do for today, well, at least for this video. Now, would you love brotherly or romantic love? Well, love in general is what I'm talking about here. If what was I gonna say? If you're a boy, you should love another boy with brotherly love. If you're a girl, love a girl with sisterly love. But if it's opposite genders, then romantic love is also a good thing. But anyways, that's Bible verses about love. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, and I think the next video, I'm not sure what Bible verses I will do. After this video, I will think about which verses to do, and I'll make a video on that. See you in the next one.